about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run again with Harris. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
The Jets had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium.
From the 38, Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
Blankenship's kick is good. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did. And I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Off play action. Hayes. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. On 1st down, Hayes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Hayes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with the victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Wilson. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's got it in 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. No surprise here, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 31, Wilson.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
7 yards there on a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. The 40, 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Extra point here, Blankenship is up and good. Make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Starts the drive on the ground. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On second down, this is Harris.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Operating from the gun, Hayes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick six, that gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question. And neither is another pick six.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Block at the man in motion. On 1st and 10, Hayes going up top. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
A final shot before break. Hayes, it's caught, Lockett.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On third down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted it out of gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 147 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hayes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receiver.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Hayes. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An explosive 38-yard pickup. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Three's, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots are able to claw one back. Fairbairn good with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start on the ground. Hall. They find some open field here. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on first down. Hayes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Chase Claypool, 39 yards. And the Patriots are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. A give up the middle to Carter. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carter straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 48 yards. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Hayes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start on the ground. Carter, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's
got some space here. 239 yards rushing for the Bills. He has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll go again with Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Hall ought to give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Room here to run. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A handoff for Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Running left, it's Hall. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that?
Charles, I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards.
Yeah,
minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball.